Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about I Love Lucy, more specifically about an episode of I Love Lucy called The Handcuffs. It's one of my absolute favorites of the entire series. If you're a fan of classic TV shows and movies, a free way to support me is by liking, commenting, and subscribing. So thanks to all of you who have done so. And if you haven't, go ahead and do so. It really does help out my channel. Now, The Handcuffs was from season 2. It's episode 4. It aired October 1952. In this one, you probably have seen it. It's quite a popular one, if you ask me. And it's one where Lucy accidentally handcuffs herself to Ricky using these old handcuffs that Fred has. Now, she doesn't know that Fred doesn't have a key for them, and so they end up staying handcuffed for most of the episode. It's a really funny one, especially at the end of the episode where Ricky is still handcuffed to Lucy, and Lucy is behind them during a television series that he's doing, and she puts her hand kind of through his sleeve, and it's just a great thing. It's not really through his sleeve, but it's in his armhole, so between his elbow and his side. You know, she kind of puts her arm there and Ricky hides his arm. So it makes it look like that is Ricky's arm, but it's not. In fact, it's Lucy's, and they do some hilarious miming, and it's a fantastic episode. Now, what is something that none of you have noticed, even if you're a big fan of I Love Lucy? Well, think about it. Metal handcuffs on your hand during this. There was even a portion where they're in their bedroom and they're trying to kind of wiggle out of these handcuffs, and Lucy's trying to figure out a way that she can sleep in her bed on her stomach, but it's really hard because of how they have the handcuffs on, and they twist and roll around, and it's a really funny scene. But think about that. These iron handcuffs on your wrist, they would really hurt, wouldn't they? And I don't know why, it just popped out at me when I looked at the scene, and that is there's something that Lucy is wearing to protect her wrist from unnecessary scrapes, bumps, getting any bruises. Now, I don't know how many of you saw this, and this is my challenge to you. Be honest. Let me know in the comments. Did you ever notice this? I'll zoom in so that you can see, but Lucy is wearing something on her wrist, and to me, it looks like one of those bandages that you wear when you're injured. You know, the ACE bandages, they're kind of like skin colored, and you can wrap them around your arm, your wrist, your elbow, and it seemed to provide it a little bit of cushion. And of course they are skin colored, so especially because this video or this show, it was in black and white, people wouldn't be able to really see it that well. But you can see it here. If you zoom in, you can see the seam or the ends of the bandage, both on the top close to her hand and on the bottom farthest away from her wrist. It's really interesting to note, and this is something that many casual viewers or even people who watch this episode would never have seen because everyone's focusing on the comedy. But I mean, she's wearing this to protect her wrist. It makes so much sense. And my question to you is, have you seen this? I think there's no shame in not seeing it, because I've seen this episode since I was a little boy, seen it countless times over and over. It's one of my favorites, and I rewatch it on purpose a lot, and I've never noticed up until now that this bandage is on her wrist. And I didn't really notice any on Desi. He might have had one, but then again, he is mostly in a long sleeve during this scene, so it was easier probably for him to hide it. But Lucy, her sleeve is pulled up, and it's just so more obvious in Lucy. It could be because her skin tone. She was a lot fairer in skin. Desi was a lot darker in comparison, right? Or relative wise. And so you would see the difference there. But let me know if you see this. I love showing you all these little clips or snippets where you can actually see the edges of the bandage, and I hope you can see it as well. It's really cool, really interesting. Let me know down in the comments below if you were surprised by this, if this shocks you as a long I Love Lucy fan. Not so much shocks you that she would use a bandage, but shocking that it's always been there and you never noticed it till today. Essentially that it's been revealed after 75 years of the show being on air. So that's kind of cool. If you want to show your family and friends, go ahead and show them this video. I think they will absolutely love it, probably as much as you have. We'll see y'all next time. Don't forget to stay positive, and most importantly, no matter what, always be hopeful. A big thanks to all my Patreon supporters, especially Vito L, Sally N, Russ C, Kev, Daniel B, Citizen Kane 359, and David D. If you want to be on this list, make sure to check out the Patreon link below. Thanks so much.